Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're covering the top 16 of the Jamir tournament for November 2020. So the plan is that we will start with the Yuhiro versus Fakir fight, which I am sure will be a very interesting fight. So you can see immediately that Fakir is seen as the winner by vast majority of people, but Yuhiro is also a very good player, so he puts a lot of brain into all his teams. So let's see if this match is different than how it turned out last month. So we will start with this and see how it goes, and then potentially move to some of the other matches. So please stay tuned, and please do subscribe to my channel, and like the video, and give me some suggestions about my content. So anyway, we're now ready, so starting now. Let's see. Oh no, what is happening? Okay. No, sorry. Sorry, misclick. So it's clearly a bug. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay. It is quite frustrating that GT Arcade still has these sort of bugs in the main competition in the game. So I do hope that neither Yuhiro or Fakir were having issues joining the match. But let's see how it goes. We're going to have Yuhiro on the bottom of the screen and Fakir on the top of the screen. So good luck to both of them. I'm sure it will be a very interesting match. Hopefully we will see less misplays than what we saw yesterday, but let's see. Okay, Yuhiro is playing a Sea Dragon Kanon team, whereas Fakir is also playing a Sea Dragon Kanon team, and very similar composition. The difference is that Yuhiro is playing Nero Priest, and Fakir is playing Shaka. So Nero Priest is going to be able to act before Shaka. So let's see what happens there. And he does silence Shaka. So clearly, like from this first action, seems that Yuhiro made possibly a better choice, but let's see. So 4 manas for Yuhiro now, so he is going to be able to activate Kanon's triangle, but that will depend if he also wants to activate Hades. So okay, so now Hades is activated. So let's see if Fakir decides to activate Hades or instead use triangle. So Eclipse also activated for Fakir's Hades. So Fakir's Hades has contracted Kanon, whereas Yuhiro's Hades has contracted Mew. So let's see where the double turn goes, and he gives it to Shaka to ensure that Shaka is able to cast his ability even with Nero Priest silence. So you see how effectively having Sea Dragon Canons lower than Underworld Shun can be very significant for Fakir, because if Nero Priest then silences Kanon, Fakir can give double turn to Kanon, and so he's still going to be able to use triangle there. But let's see what happens. So Yuhiro here should evolve, but instead he decided to do a basic attack. I think that could cost him, but let's see. So you see Yuhiro also gave the double turn to Kanon to ensure that even with Shaka's silence, Kanon is going to be able to cast the triangle. So it makes perfect sense. He goes on Underworld Shun. So Yuhiro attacks Mew with the plan to later use the pact on Mew. Let's see. Whereas Fakir attacks Hades. So Nero Priest is dead and back as a Revenant, and now is Fakir having the first chance to triangle. Let's see. So Hades for Yuhiro is using Dragon Tooth. Let's see what Kiki is using, the Marsh Fairy. So that's well played, because he went on Mew to prevent Yuhiro's Mew from doing the attack into Kanon Strangle. And you see he was only able to do that because Yuhiro did not evolve his Mew in the first turn, because if he had evolved Mew in the first turn, the Mew would have been immune. So that was unfortunately, I think, quite a misplay by Yuhiro to do the basic attack with Mew in the first turn rather than evolving him, which allowed Fakir to clearly break the combo for Yuhiro. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do. It is a problem because, of course, nobody's in the triangle right now. So attack on Shaka, and now Fakir's Hades goes into Eclipse, and so that was a lot of damage, and of course Mew is now dead for Yuhiro. Fakir then triangles Sea Dragon Kanon. And then Fakir's Mew is going to attack, massive damage on Hades. Dragon Tooth activated. But that's it. And if you're wondering why Hades did the attack instead of doing Pact on Mew, well, that's because Fakir still had Sea Dragon Kanon. So Fakir could have easily removed the Pact by using Triangle on Hades. So second round, possibly one misplay by Yuhiro by not evolving that Mew in the first turn. But let's see how the second one goes. So pay attention now, because Fakir is going to be on the bottom of the screen and the Yuhiro is going to be on top of the screen. I am not sure why the position of the opponents has changed from the first game to the second game, but let's see how it goes. So let's see if Yuhiro insists on the Hades repair cloth team or try something else. Okay, Yuhiro is with the same team, and whereas Fakir, he's using a very interesting team, so Nero Priest, June, Kanon to provide energy, Hypnos, Arayashiki Shaka, and Andromeda Shun. So Nero Priest for both opponents, but Yuhiro's Nero Priest is faster than Fakir's one. So he decided to cast on Andromeda Shun. Let's see what happens there. So the speeds are going to be very significant in these, of course. So Yuhiro really needs to try and place some other debuffs, because otherwise Arayashiki Shaka is going to be able to cleanse the silence from Shun. So I'm not sure that was the best move there, but let's see. Let's see. So the way Arayashiki Shaka will work is he will first cleanse the debuff from Nero Priest, gain 1 extra turn, and then cleanse the debuff from Andromeda Shun. So Fakir, meanwhile, has placed the first debuff on the first Nightmare Mark on Underboard Shun, and the second on Mew. So you see, the first turn Nero Priest has been cleansed. And the second turn Andromeda Shun has now been cleansed. So possibly another misplay by Yuhiro, unfortunately, to silence someone slower than Arayashiki Shaka. Trying to kill that Nero Priest, so Kanon is going to triangle now. And goes on Andromeda Shun. So Yuhiro now did evolve that Mew. So Fakir's Nero Priest now. Well, the thing is, if he silences Kanon, he won't. I'm not sure why he did silence Hades instead, because silencing Kanon would have effectively broken the combo, because Kanon is faster than Underworld Shun there. So I'm not sure why going on Hades. So again, I'm not sure why Fakir didn't use Nero Priest to silence, so it might have been a decision to avoid one additional buff being cleansed by Shaka. However, Yuhiro is going to have 7 manas and he's not going to be able to use Hades anyway, right? So he could have used the silence from Nero Priest, for example, on June. Let's see how this plays. So meanwhile, Fakir activates Lost. And then Kanon is given the 2 nightmare marks. So we'll see if not having silenced Sea Dragon Kanon is going to cost Fakir the game. Now it's Shaka. Nero Priest is dead. So Sea Dragon Kanon onto Rayashiki Shaka. So Andromeda Shun then restricts Kanon. And that Mew will need to do basic attack and then he will evolve. There we are. So let's see if Fakir is able to push enough, if Yuhiro is able to push enough damage. He's going to have to rely on Hades really. And it might not be enough, of course. So Nero Priest silences Underworld Shun. So very little else for Yuhiro right now, because Kanon is restricted. And Hades is going to be able to cast Eclipse now, but the problem is that without the triangle from Sea Dragon Kanon, it's going to be difficult to get out of this position with Fakir's team having June Hypnos and quite strongly controlling the game. So trying to put a bit of damage into that triangle. So let's see if Mew is able to kill Rayashiki Shaka. So yes, Rayashiki Shaka is now dead, but it does remain a problem to deal with the rest of the team, given Sea Dragon Kanon is effectively restricted. Again, Underworld Shun is silenced, and now Gemini Kanon can finally attack for Fakir, and he's going on to Mew, and we'll see what happens there. Mew is now back as a Spectre. And now Lost is active, so it makes it almost impossible now for Yuhiro to recover these, because Mew is not going to have double turns, and the problem is, of course, that Sea Dragon Kanon is going to die soon, and we'll see what happens there. But with Lost active, without double turn, Yuhiro will not be able to kill anyone right now with the Mew. And Andromeda Shun now, of course, goes on Hades, so Kanon now should first kill Sea Dragon Kanon, I'm not sure why he did that, because the only way to lose the game is to allow Kanon to cast his exile. Okay, but also that is gone. So clearly Fakir also managed to win this game. Could Yuhiro have done something? Yes, possibly in the first turn. He used silence on Andromeda Shun, which of course was cleansed by Rayashiki Shaka, so maybe not wasting that silence in the first turn could have made it into a different game, but difficult to know, right? So another little misplay, I guess, from Yuhiro in this one. Let's see how the third game goes. Let's see if Yuhiro decides to play with, let's say, a full top team, so trying to win at least one game, or if Yuhiro is instead still trying to win the match. So again, for this third game, we will have Fakir on the bottom of the screen and Yuhiro on top of the screen. Hey Takashi, thanks for watching. Okay, so Fakir is going with an Ichimino Civil Saga, and Yuhiro is still going with the same T, so he hasn't given up still on the match. But let's see what happens. Let's see where Minos goes. So clearly Minos is a very annoying character for this team to deal with, for the Hades team to deal with. And the problem is playing without Gemini Kanon. That team does not have the mana to activate both Hades and Sea Dragon Kanon in the first turn. So let's see how Yuhiro decides to come out of this situation. So it was a basic attack from Hades. And then we have the Mark on Mew. So let's see if Yuhiro's Kanon is using Dragon Tooth. Yes, he is. Which means that if he uses Strangle, he will then remain alive after Evil Saga's attack at the end of the turn. But with very low HP, of course. So again, playing with this team, Mew should evolve there, so I'm not sure why Yuhiro again didn't evolve. Okay, so that was quite positive, because the Dragon Kanon didn't even activate the Dragon Tooth. So that's a good outcome for Yuhiro. So Hades now does activate the Eclipse. So first secret is now activated for Fakir. And Nero Priest is dead. So Sea Dragon Kanon then exiles Thanatos. But you see, this is the problem, because he evolved now, but he's of course not doing any attack. So he should have evolved the prior turn. So yeah, I guess it's another misplay by Yuhiro, unfortunately. So there was 0 damage really almost going into the triangle. And now of course Hades is controlled, so he's going to be able to create pact with his own team. And it's not even that, because Hades is now executed by Athena, who is then murdered by her own evil saga. And she comes back thanks to the secret. So you see, there was absolutely no damage going into Thanatos. I'm not sure why Yuhiro is playing like this tonight. Definitely a few misplays. So let's see what he's able to do now. So he could still pull it. And Minos is dead now. And then on Ophiuchus. Athena gets restricted now. So she's not going to be able to execute Sea Dragon Kanon. So new secret for Ophiuchus, and loads of damage from Thanatos' explosion there. Ophiuchus is now exiled. And the evil saga is now dead. So Kanon will now be executed. And Ophiuchus is back. And Ophiuchus heals back. Okay, he's now in resurgence state. Let's see how is Fakir's Athena. So Fakir's Athena is a support Athena, so she wouldn't really be able to do incredible damage to Mew. So Ophiuchus is also a support character, so he's not playing with Two-Horned Snake. So I would say that right now Yuhiro has better chances, but let's see. And Odysseus is dead. So again, he's not an offensive Athena. So no Felina, no cosmic attack. So yeah, well done, Yuhiro. he recovered from non-evolving Mew in the first turn, so well done. And also well done, Yuhiro, for not giving up on the match. So let's see if Fakir plays with the same Ichi-Minos Evil Saga team. So what do you guys think? So is Yuhiro going to win this game? Here we go. So Fakir is playing with the same team, and Yuhiro is playing also Minos, and effectively 4 characters are the same. So Minos, Thanatos, Odysseus, and Athena, but instead of Ichi and Evil Saga, Yuhiro is playing DC Shiryu and DC Shun. But we saw that the first thing that Fakir did, in this case, he did not use the Ichi on Minos. So what we should look at is that Fakir's Minos is faster than Yuhiro's, and so Fakir can control DC Shun or DC Shiri there. So secret activated for Fakir. And basic attack from Odysseus instead. Interesting move. Sorry, the noise is from my 2 little boys. So Fakir's Thanatos marks decision. And then Yuhiro hides this Shiryu. So by taking this Shun now, it means that by doing the attack with this Shun, effectively if Yuhiro uses Minos, then Yuhiro will not be able to activate this Shiryu anyway, unless Yuhiro gains an energy from this Shun, which I believe will happen, because we saw that he already gained 1 energy. So possibly Yuhiro should have used Minos there, because you see, that's the other energy. So yeah, I think he probably should have done that, but let's see. So this Shiryu can activate anyway, so Minos could have been used there. Now Evil Saga on this is Shiryu. So let's remember that in the first turn he hadn't used the skill, so he now used it. So Minos goes on Ophiuchus here to prevent him from using Revival. And to, I guess, likely waste energy. Let's see what happens. So probably Yuhiro plays the mark on Ophiuchus to gain energy from Minos damage. Basic attack from Fakir's Ophiuchus. And 1 energy gain there. So secret activated. And Ophiuchus gets hidden here. Onto the enemy Thanatos. And Yuhiro's Minos controls Fakir's Athena. And this is Shiryu places a mark on Athena. And now it's Thanatos' turn. 2 manas. But he does a basic attack instead of full attack. And Yuhiro's Odysseus is dead, so that secret was effectively wasted there. Basic attack on Athena to trigger Thanatos AoE. Now Athena will be able to execute, and executes the Fakir's Athena, but of course she then gets attacked by Evil Saga. So let's see, second secret activated for Fakir's Ophiuchus. And now Yuhiro Ophiuchus is back, so double turn for him. So Thanatos for Fakir, basic attack to be able to let's see what Thanatos does there. Lot of damage, but also counter attack from Shiryu. So basic attack was saying because Fakir wants to use Minos, and Fakir's Minos goes on DC Shiryu, whereas Yuhiro's Minos goes on Ichi, and Ophiuchus recovers HP for his team. So it was a basic attack there, and you see, because Fakir's Thanatos hanger was low, there wasn't much damage going on to the enemy Thanatos. but now Evil Saga kills Ophiuchus. One energy wasted there. So Yuhiro's Athena attacks Thanatos to try to waste Fakir's energy, which is precisely what happened there. So secret activated. I wonder if it is an offensive secret. So Minos onto Ophiuchus. And another basic attack from this Shiryu. So he had activated Ricochet, so I'm not sure why then Fakir didn't use Minos to get Yuhiro to cast the dragons, for example, on Ichi, because that could have been would have been a massive Ricochet, probably would have won the game, and of course would have also triggered Evil Saga's attack. So Mina's turn. Again on this Shiryu. And this Shiryu is now dead. And then the attack from Athena triggers Evil Saga again. So no more energy for Fakir, and here goes Yuhiro's Thanatos AoE. And Thanatos for Fakir is now dead. And Athena for Yuhiro is dead. So you see what Fakir is going to try and do is going to be an attack, energy attack to trigger Evil Saga. Let's see if Evil Saga survives this. He doesn't. So, yeah, Fakir could have easily won this if he had done the dragon's attack while Ricochet was active. Instead he did a basic attack for I'm not sure what reason. So again, he could control, so assuming that Fakir activated Shock and Ricochet, he could try to control Thanatos to get onto him both. Okay, instead he's doing these. I'm not sure I understand what he's doing. You could have easily won by doing the full energy attack, triggering Shock and Ricochet against him, but that's it anyway. So I don't think Fakir played it very well here, but 3-1, so great performance. I think he could have closed this last game 1 or 2 rounds earlier, but congratulations to both again. So let's see how the other ones are going. So Crimson did win against Yuhiro. Topirate won against DJ Fidu. Beo won versus Nexus. Asixia won versus Dontonio, and Papamlet won against Ilfet. I would say no major surprises there. Now let's have a look at how CosmoXPat is doing. So he's the one who defeated Grey Haze yesterday. Okay, so we clearly are 2-1 for CosmoXPat. Let's see. I know, Rodri. We haven't seen Garuda in that first match. We'll see. We'll see if it shows here. I think CosmoXPat did use Garuda yesterday. Let's see if he uses him again here. Alba, are you also watching? Maybe not, maybe not. Here we go. So Morad is on the bottom of the screen. CosmoXPat is at the top. Morad is using the same Ichiminos Isaga team that we just saw played by Fakir, and that I also played last month in Jamir. It is a very valid team. So Ichiminos activated. So let's see who Minos decides to control there. So he did hide Ophiuchus, and so it makes sense then to target Hypnos to avoid Evil Saga being controlled by Hypnos. Let's see what happens. So he's going to waste effectively 3 manas there, so he's going to use Inverted Reality now. And so 3 manas are gone. And of course Hypnos is going to get attacked by Evil Saga. And this also means that because of that 1 mana used by Inverse Reality, Mu will not be able to use Wall. But it means that also Underworld Shun will be able to give double turn. And now is CosmoXPat's turn. Let's see. He does mark Morad's Thanatos, makes perfect sense. And now Ophiuchus, so he has the 2 energies to activate a secret. First secret is there. And so we have Morad's Thanatos marking Mu, which means that if Mu casts a wall on himself in next turn, he effectively will not be able to duplicate it, because like that wall will be very likely destroyed by Thanatos' fourth skill. So let's see who gets the 2 turns. One idea would be to give double turn to Mu, so that Mu can use first a basic attack, and then on the second turn the cast wall on himself. Let's see if he does this. Yes, I hope he's planning that. So Evil Saga, of course, on Hypnos, and quite a bit of damage there. So let's see. This Athena is 5555, so is that Hypnos under threshold? Possibly, but with Lost activated it will be out of the threshold for Athena's ultimate. So there it goes. So it seems he didn't mark Evil Saga for some reason. It's very odd. So he left Evil Saga able to attack. Could this be a misplay, or is he just really planning to get Muse walls damaged? Let's see. I think he probably didn't need the extra attacks from Evil Saga, because I'm sure that Thanatos will do a lot of damage to those walls anyway, and like Mew is also going to get an AoE from Thanatos. So yeah, I'm not really sure why he didn't mark Evil Saga with the Nightmare mark. So there is going to be Thanatos AoE now, and that wall is going to be actually shattered by a Fucus, and now it's going to be Thanatos' fourth skill, which did very significant damage there. So CosmoXPat has no mana anyways now. So Minos is on to Mu. And you see Thanatos' anger is so significant for the damage of the fourth skill. Here we go. Secret activated for Ophiuchus. So Athena can execute, and it goes on Underworld Shun, which made sense again. So at this point, Mu in any case is going to cast Starlight Extinction to trigger Evil Saga, so it will make sense for Thanatos to do a 2 energy attack anyway, because Evil Saga is going to attack. So, well, he could have tried to kill Thanatos, but it is very desperate for CosmoXPat right now, because likely Ophiuchus also has a revival active there. So I'm sure that Morad is thinking whether it's safe to release Starlight Extinction, and it should be safe because there wasn't much damage at all that went into the wall. There we go. And we are 2-2. So let's see, 5th battle. Ciao Pandora. Hey MLT, that's right, tomorrow is Odysseus summon. Do you have him already, or are you going to pull him? Let's see what they play. So who else is watching? Okay, here we go. So Hypnos for both sides. Morad is playing with Kanon, June, Luna, Andromeda Shun, and Aphrodite, whereas Morad is playing the same team he played earlier. So based on Repair Cloth move. So let's see. So 6 manas for Morad. So that will be enough to activate Hypnos, Andromeda Shun, June, and Luna. So I believe Kanon's function in this team in the first turn is just to generate those 3 manas. He's likely thinking whether he can kill Kiki. So let's see. Can he kill Kiki? 52,000 possibly could. But again, it makes more sense to use the 6 energies to activate June, Hypnos, Luna, and Andromeda Shun. So here is CosmoXPat's Hypnos. And the first mark is on Andromeda Shun, trying to make him slower than Aphrodite, I guess, to avoid Aphrodite using all the remaining energy. So it's not needed right now because the first turn there will not be energy left. So he's now using it purely to recover HP. So let's see, it's now Morad's Hypnos. I'm sorry, there are my 2 little boys running all over the place with their mom. Sorry for the noise. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that Moo team either, Rodri. Yeah, I don't think he's a great team at all. But let's see. So let's see where Thanatos mark goes. So it goes on Luna. So Luna can be activated here and can effectively free Hypnos from the nightmare. So that will be a good move, for example. And that's what happens. So Morad's Hypnos is out of the nightmare now. So Mu here can cast the first wall. There he goes. But he doesn't have the energy to give himself a double turn. And now is Andromeda Shun's turn. So let's see where he goes. I would say both Hypnos and Mu are good targets, but the reality is Mu in any case is only going to duplicate the walls, and it's probably not going to be enough to do anything considering the RS God skill will be in place from the third turn. So if you're wondering why Morad used the RS God skill from Kanon, it was purely to mark Mu. So if Morad had tried to wait for Aphrodite, Mu could have been hidden by that time. So to ensure that Mu would be under the RS God skill on the third turn, he used the skill from Kanon instead, which makes perfect sense. And if you have the first skill at 5 anyway, Gemini Kanon does a lot of damage even with basic attack. So here goes Thanatos AoE. So again, as you've heard from my prior videos, Hypnos can be tricky to play here because yes, he's healing a lot, but every time the nightmare marks tick on the opponent, Thanatos is gaining anger. But this Hypnos is, let's see, is an offensive Hypnos, so he's using Torn Snake instead of Laurel Tree. So quite a lot of damage there. So if you watched my tier list yesterday, you would have heard that it's fairly uncommon right now to see Hypnos with Torn Snake. Hypnos is now much more of a support character, providing control, opponent's team manipulation, and healing. So let's see who gets the double turn here. And it's Hypnos. But Andromeda Shun can just refresh the chain. So 2 less roses for Aphrodite, but it does its job. And here we have another AoE from CosmoXPat's Thanatos. And we're now in the RS God skills territory. Nocturnal Nightmare on Hypnos. We will see if now in this turn Andromeda Shun again binds Hypnos or instead goes on June. So by going on June, it will mean that effectively there is quite Aphrodite is able to kill some targets in next turn. However, June is already very low in terms of HP, so it might still be the best option to bind again Hypnos, because it's unclear how June is going to survive to the next turn right now. And there we go, so it's again Hypnos, and we have another AoE from Thanatos, but this also increases the number of roses for Aphrodite, of course. And Underworld Shun is also dead, so no more healing for that team. So you see, like, that's quite a lot of damage from Kanon's basic attack. And Hypnos is also dead. Here goes Thanatos AoE, but again is going to give some extra roses to Aphrodite. AoE, but with very low energy from Thanatos, and that's why it didn't do much at all. Defense increased. And it's now Aphrodite, so Kik is dead, Mu is dead, and Thanatos is dead. So very well played, Morad, congratulations, that was a very good game. So let's go and have a look now at Fakir's Cosmos. So let's see. Oh, sorry, misclick. Sorry for this misclick, so let's go back. So, where is Fakir? Here we are. So let's see. So, oh, was he not having any? That could be a bug, or Fakir just decided, okay, maybe it was a bug, let's see. No, for some reason. Okay, very interesting. So we cannot see the Cosmos on these, but we can see them on Kanon, so defensive Kanon with some status res and a lot of cosmic resistance. Again, no Cosmos shown for Mu. No Cosmos shown here. I'm not sure why this is happening. So June is using Mandala and ultra fast build. Nothing visible for Kanon. Nothing visible for Hypnos. Nothing visible for Araya Shikishaka. I'm not sure why this is happening. Let's see. Okay, so very odd. So we can see a Fucus Cosmos, and in this case we have a defensive build. Thanatos, we can also see his Cosmos, and we see the Naga pairs with Torn Snake. Cannot see Minos and Evil Saga, Tworn Snake, Naga Perth, some Status Rest, and Resistance, and Viper. So I'm curious whether it is an issue with Fakir's characters. So yeah, so for Yuhiro, we can't see the Cosmos. So it does make me wonder whether Fakir took out all the Cosmos immediately after the match to avoid them being shown. I'm not sure if it's a bug or if there is a way for Fakir to prevent Cosmos being shown. Anyway, thanks for watching. I guess there weren't really big surprises in this top 16. I do wonder whether these two Morad are related. They're both from E1. Who knows? I guess Papam let Fakir, Elsixia, and Topirate are all in the top 8, so we'll see what pairings will be there tomorrow. But thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed the commentary, and please subscribe to the channel and like the video, and let me know your feedback in the comments.